would be pointless because trying to explain how it worked would be like showing someone living in the year 1800 how a smartphone works. The technology would be far too advanced for them. While experimentation has certainly occurred with the technology, no attempt has ever been made to try and actually alter the past. Don't forget the grandfather paradox, where if I go back and kill my grandfather, I will no longer exist. No one has any possible idea of what problems they could create. But given the world I'm living in right now, I've eventually come to the decision that things couldn't possibly get any worse. 2071 is when things first began to go poorly. In order to help you all understand, I suppose I should first give a basic outline of what that world looked like at the time. People often have a romanticised version of the future. I'll point out that up until 2071, things were far more straightforward than you would suspect. I apologise to any international readers for this America-centric version of history, but it's where I'm from and it's the little that I know. In the time that I grew up, there was very little emphasis on the study of history. Alright, I'm going to bullet point this. I did some research and I see that a businessman named Donald Trump is your current president. He's not a big name in history, lasts just one term, and wasn't significant enough to be either liked or hated in the long run. There were media reforms in America in the early 2020s that led to a hard limit on profits for major news outlets, which in turn created far less polarising clickbait media. This created a more educated and open-minded populace, which in turn led to many environmental reforms. The 2040s is the first decade in a century where global temperatures and the global population started dropping. The ice caps never melted. Weather patterns were never altered. In regards to geopolitics, the United States was still the world's sole superpower in 2071. China was still close economically to America, but far behind militarily. Russia and its vast nuclear arsenal was still hanging around, as with Europe, albeit more fragmented. Brazil and Argentina are fully developed economic powerhouses. India and Pakistan feuded in the 2030s, which escalated into nuclear war. It almost led to a global catastrophe, but its end result was a Pakistan almost wiped off the face of the earth and an India in economic ruin. I think that's enough for now. I could go on about other changes, such as how augmented reality and beyond would alter the way you look at entertainment, but that's not what this post is about. This post is a warning. 2071. It started